Hey everyone, it's Sheridan LeBay back with Marketing Mondays. It has been a minute. I feel like every time I come back, I say it's been a minute because it has. I get on these long spurts of video ideas and then I take a break. So that's perfectly okay though, right? I feel like that's okay. So definitely back. Lots have happened. I feel like when the YouTubers are like, it's been a lot that's happened. But yeah, things have been going really well marketing wise. If this is your first time watching a video, my name is Sheridan. I'm a marketing and design consultant for a company and agency called Untamed Marketing. And then I also own a online lingerie boutique called Untamed Lingerie. So I do these videos, Marketing Mondays, sharing tips, insights, things that I've learned in my experience, things that are going on as far as in the industry. And yeah, hopefully, business owners, especially a lot of my content is probably geared towards newer business owners or those looking to get started and just need some guidance on where to get started at. So definitely want to provide this as a resource. I'm doing a 4-week series leading up to my new course, which is going to be called Secure the Bag Business Startup Checklist. So it sounds like what it says. 4 weeks, there's going to be a lot of content revolving around mostly marketing, but we are going to get into just making sure your business is set up the correct way, like legally. What does that look like? I'm sharing a lot of things that I wish I would have known 7 years ago when I first started my first business, which was Southern Couture. I started Southern Couture, literally was doing resumes and essay editing, and it's evolved into Untamed Marketing today. So I am rolling out a 4-week in-person, well, in video course. I don't really believe in doing pre-recorded videos. That's just how I like to learn. So I'm doing a 4-week course called Secure the Bag Business Startup. So anything that I've learned, wish I would have known when I started, I'm going to share all those tips and tricks. So today's video, we are going to get into kind of a glimpse of what week 1 will be about. So week 1 will focus on literally, so you have an idea. Literally, you have an idea and you're like, what do I do next? The first thing you should do, well, I'm going to go in order. So I'm going to give a list of like first things you should do. They're not all necessarily going to be in order, but the first one's for sure like what you should do first. So first things first is, say you decide you want to be a caterer, or you want to sell trampolines, or you want to rent out Airbnbs. Figure out what your legal structure is going to be. And of course, I have to add this disclaimer, I am not an accountant. I am not a lawyer. So everything that I am saying are suggestions based off of experience, but you definitely need to go and get with a professional to make sure you're signing up for the right type of legal and corporation structure. So there's a variety of structures. Most people starting out are going to be either a sole proprietor, which is basically if it's just you solely working by yourself. You can be a single member LLC, which is pretty much similar, but LLCs provide you with a way more legal protection than if you were a sole proprietor. So sole proprietor is, hey, I'm working for myself as a freelancer as Untamed Marketing. Untamed Marketing as an LLC is, hey, I'm protecting myself under the guise of limited liability corporation. So just a little different. LLC also would be if you're involving more than one person. They also have limited liability partnerships. They have strategic partnerships. I'm not saying the right word. General partnerships. A variety of other corporations. So as I said, this is not meant to go down a list of all the types of corporations, but for you to know, hey, let me see how I want to actually structure it. You may even be starting out and say, hey, I just need to get a DBA. And a DBA essentially is something that you file with your state. So in Texas, we file it with like our tax assessor office. It's just saying, hey, my name is Sheridan, but I'm doing business as Untamed Marketing or as Untamed Trucking Company or whatever. Maybe I'm never going to trucking, guys, but I applaud the women that do. But just for an example. So first you want to figure out your legal structure. Like before you do anything else, figure out your legal structure. And then, of course, you want to figure out your business name. At this stage, you can kind of cross-reference. There's something I'm going to say that I'm really touch on in the next video. So do market research. So when you're getting ready to apply for whatever business designation that you want to get with your state, do some research. See if the social media handles are available. See if the domain, which is the website name, is available before you move forward, because those may be things that kind of deter you from choosing a certain name. Because if you want to be Richard's Trucking Company and the LLC is available in your state, but the website domain is not, you got to figure out what you're going to do. And that might not deter everyone, but it's just something good to keep in mind. Once you do that, I am a huge advocate of getting all of your legal ducks in a row. All of it is going to take maybe a week. Of course, it's going to take longer to actually get the approval back from these different entities, but go ahead and do the work. Apply for your EIN number. EIN is your tax identification number, which is going to be very important for one of my next steps. So apply for your EIN number. See if there's any sales tax licenses that you need to obtain in your state. If you are selling laundry online, you need a sales tax license. If you are doing events in Dallas, you need a sales tax license. Those again are things you may want to consult with a bookkeeper, which will fast forward me to my next step is hire a bookkeeper or a CPA. At least consult with them. Even if you're not ready to hire one because you feel like you're not making any money yet, hire one. Once you get that EIN, open a business bank account, do your research and or consult with a financial expert and see what banks are offering incentives for new business bank accounts, who's in your area, who can you build a good relationship with, and open a bank account before you do anything else as far as spending money in your business. And then consult with a bookkeeper or a CPA, which usually bookkeepers are certified public accountants. Get with them and see, okay, I plan on doing this. What other licenses do I need? And everybody's going to be different. Some people may not need any licenses. Some may just need one. So get with someone, especially preferably someone in your state. Like certain things you can outsource to people in different states, but my suggestion is find someone in your state. Like for me, I work with Evans Financial Solutions. They've done my bookkeeping for like 3 years now, and it's great because she knows all the tax law. Miranda's great. I'm not here to do taxes. I'm here to help you market your business, and I'm here to sell lingerie and throw amazing events. That's it. So do that, and once you figure that out, figure out what licenses you need to apply for as far as sales tax identification number, franchise tax, or anything else that may apply to your state. Find that information out. Go and get those numbers. Go ahead and register online for that. Register on sam.gov and Duns and Bradstreet. So sam.gov is a great place to register your business with the government. Even if your business doesn't plan on doing government contracts, sometimes you may apply for a grant. There's so many reasons why you may need to be registered on sam.gov, and it just doesn't hurt to just be registered in advance. So register your business on sam.gov, and then also register for a Duns and Bradstreet number, which is going to be really important when you get to wanting to build business credit and develop things of that nature. So go ahead and get all those things out the way. I promise you won't regret it. Of course, some of those things you have to wait to find out that your actual business is registered with your state. So once you get that, immediately go do these other following steps. Business bank account, EIN number, Duns and Bradstreet number, register with sam.gov, and then business insurance. I don't hear a lot of people talk about business insurance, but it's definitely something to look into depending on what type of product you're selling, especially if you're selling products in person or you're hosting some type of event. Like I know a lot of event planners have to have some type of insurance because you don't want to be liable if something happens at your event. So those are things to also look into. See what type of insurance people have based on your business. If you're an esthetician, I'm sure there's particular insurance coverages that protect estheticians. Or if you're a barber, make sure you're getting those type of things. Get that out the way, budget for that so that your ducks are in a row, so that you're not having to worry about anything. So when you bring in those 6 figures a month, you're not having to backtrack and get all your legalities together. Speaking of legalities, also get with a lawyer, get a consultation and see what contracts you need. Again, it's going to go back to what type of business structure you have, but if you know that you're partnering with somebody, you need a lawyer to draft up those documents. If you know that you're a marketing agency, you're going to need a couple of contract templates to use for your clients. Anybody probably can utilize contracts in some capacity. So consult with a lawyer and see what type of contracts you need. Pay to get those different things already situated so that when you bring the clients in, when you're partnering people, when you're hosting that event, you already have your contracts. You're not having to scramble to figure it out. Another thing to consider is operating procedures. Those essentially are procedures that you draft up based on how you want to operate your business. Those are definitely important if you're not the only person in your business or you hire contractors. So again, those are things you can probably get with a lawyer or a business coach. I would say a lawyer as well. And just get that out the way. You want to make sure you're covering all your bases, because when we get into next week and we start talking about branding and marketing and execution, you want to know that you have everything together that you need. And most importantly, a business plan. Business plan probably should have been my first step in here. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. Business plan. Business plans do not have to be super intricate. I know for me, when I first was like, oh, I have to write a business plan, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can literally start with a 3, 4, 5-page business plan, and it'll just help you keep you focused and at least have some intention of what you're doing with your business. Down the line, you can add to it. You can make a more intricate business plan. You can make a press kit or, a pitch deck for investors, but it's great to have a business plan because it'll help you get your thoughts out on paper, and you're not just launching another business, but you have a plan for it. And again, it'll just be something good to have because you never know. I promise you guys, I'm speaking from experience, you never know when you meet somebody that's like, I can do this for your business, send me your business plan. And you're like, okay, let me go home and draft one because I don't have one. So today's lesson really was about getting those ducks in a row. Business plan, figuring out how you want to legally structure your company, registering for your EIN number, registering for your Duns and Bradstreet number, registering your business with the government at sam.gov, getting with a bookkeeper to not only get your business bank account set up, but also to get your bookkeeping set up to start tracking your finances and expenses and the revenue that you're bringing into your company. And making sure that you're also signing up for whatever licenses or tax identification numbers that you need in your state based off of what type of business and product or service you're selling. Getting with a lawyer, drafting up contracts, drafting up operating agreements so that you already have all of your ducks in a row, because I want y'all to be great. I'm all about limiting or shortening the learning curve. So if I can teach somebody something and they can pick up something quicker in 3 months that took me a year to learn, that's all I want to do. So hopefully this was kind of a refresher for some people. For some people, you may be just now like getting into starting a business and you're just like, what are just quick tips, ways to start? Again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, get with a professional, find a certified CPA, find a lawyer for some of these things. And that way, you're making sure that you're covering your bases. So all your money is good money. You're not having to backtrack. You're not having to worry about anything crazy happening, because I want you guys to have a great, successful business. I want you not to have to stress. And like I always tell my clients, I want people to be able to focus on the passion of what made them start the business and not have to worry about the marketing or the accounting or the legality side of it. So thank you so much. Leave a comment below and let me know if there was something that you have more questions about, if you need a referral, if there's anything that I may have missed on the legality side that you want to add or recommend if you're a business owner. Definitely drop that below. I know every state is different, so there are certain things that, I'm in Texas, some things are just not going to be relevant to me that may be relevant to somebody in California or Florida or New York. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you need any referrals, especially if you're in Texas. I have referrals for literally everything. So any questions you may have, feel free to drop a comment below or email me. And in the meantime, be sure to click as well and download my free business startup checklist, guys. Secure the bag business startup checklist, to be exact. Just a quick checklist, kind of going through almost like a homework after watching these videos over the next couple weeks. It's easy to watch a video, but you can also have a checklist and be able to mark things off as you go. So definitely download that below. The course will be dropping in mid-October. Probably gonna open up for like early bird specials in September. So be sure to stay on the lookout for that. So when you sign up to get that free checklist, you'll automatically get alerts for when the course does drop. The course is going to be 4 weeks, and each week we're going to discuss a different topic as far as launching your business, developing your branding, the different type of marketing channels, and then giving you tips and tricks on execution and also how to keep your sanity as an entrepreneur. So I'm limiting the class to about 25 people. I want it to be very intimate. Each class is going to be via Zoom about an hour and a half and leave about 30 minutes for a Q&A. And there are going to be a ton ton of resources that those who register get, from contract templates to social media templates to a free consultation with me, a 2-hour consultation with a business coach. So tons of stuff. So click the link below to get more information so you can get ready. You can just be good to go, because we're heading into holiday season and there's a lot of money to be made out here, guys. Money is abundant, money is endless, it is limitless, and I want to make sure as many of us can get to the bag and secure the bag as possible. So thank you for listening again. This is Sheridan with Untamed Marketing checking out. Again, let me know what you think, comment below, and I will see you next week. Bye.